Hello everyone, and today we got some fun things here. We got some PCIe cards and PCI, but today I figured I'd go through and explain and describe some of the different cards that you can get for your computer. The ones that would fit in your PCIe slots, or PCI, well, most modern computers don't have PCI anymore, but there's equivalents that are PCIe at this point. So, now when it comes to this, the different types of cards you can get, well, there's many, and I don't even have all the different types that you could possibly have. But some examples here, you could have a sound card. Now this here is a PCI sound card, not PCIe, because sound cards aren't used normally much anymore. This came out with an old computer, doesn't really matter though for this topic, but it's to help you get better sound, because with old computers, it's very common to have poor sound because of noise that the motherboard generates, and the onboard sound wasn't so great. You can still get these, and it'll improve your sound quality quite a bit, but they're not necessarily needed anymore at this point. Next we got here, this is a Wi-Fi card, or networking card, well, strictly Wi-Fi. I don't know if this one has necessarily Bluetooth built into it. It may. But anyways, this is used for, well, Wi-Fi, if your motherboard doesn't have it, or for Bluetooth. You can also get networking cards, which use Ethernet ports on the back of them, and sometimes they also have like built-in Wi-Fi or something. Next we got here is a TV tuner card. This is for Windows 2000 or XP, and what you'd use in the back here, you could receive TV or FM radio on it. You could also use it as a bit of a capture device, which is another type of card. You can get a capture card, which you can plug in different sources in for recording, or streaming, or other things. Then you also have what we got here. This is a display adapter, or also known as a GPU. Though this is not much for graphics, it's very much a display adapter. I've used it. You get about 5 FPS and Team Fortress 2 on it. If that gives you an idea of its power. And that's probably the most popular PCIe card to have. It's graphics cards for gaming and video encoding, rendering, other sorts. Now some other cards you could have would be USB cards, which have many USB ports on it. Helps you if you don't have enough USB. You can have USB 3 and other standards depending on what you need and what you can find. You can also get NVMe cards, which would be the idea that you could put an NVMe drive in one of the slots, not including that you could also have solid state storage through a PCIe slot. You also can have legacy adapter cards, which the idea of them would be like serial, and not necessarily serial, but parallel ports and stuff like that. You can get cards that essentially adapt to that. So you can use legacy devices like legacy drives, or just other legacy equipment, like hard drives or DVD drives, or CD burners if it's that old. There's also many other types of cards, more obscure cards. There's cards that are based on helping your computer keep time. There's also the idea of using SLI through PCIe, which isn't used much anymore, or Crossfire, as this is an AMD card, but it doesn't have any sort of Crossfire support, which should be sharing two different cards, and they'd render each other frame. There's also different types of cards for different specialty applications, like accelerator cards, and just for different use purposes. There's also, besides for like including with the legacy adapters, there's also SATA-based cards, which have a lot of SATA ports and stuff such as that. Now there's always going to be those specialty cards where they have single purposes. There's also cards for Thunderbolt-based devices as well. You can also even get cards that adapt down to PCI, which would fit this card, or this card here, which is a different style of slot, different interface, different, far less bandwidth, person to PCIe, which is what's used today. So yeah, that's an example of many different PCIe cards. You can get all sorts of different fun ones that have different purposes, and ones that I didn't even bring up in this video because there's a lot more than I even know of. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you wish. I have always a lot of fun tech stuff. So yeah, thank you.